In this video, we are going to understand how to create Asana task on completion of Outscraper task. So here every time a task is completed in Outscraper, which is a data extraction software, then automatically with the information received, we want to create a task in Asana, which is a task management software. Now how can we do that? For this, we will be integrating these two applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. And here our trigger application will be Outscraper, our action application will be Asana. Now how can you do this yourself? Integrate and automate this entire process. To understand that, let me take you to my screen. To begin with the process, we are first going to type the URL pabbly.com/connect. Here we have reached the landing page. Now since I am an existing user, I am going to click on sign in, and if you are a new user, you can always sign up. Now here we have reached all applications page. We are going to click on access now for Pabbly Connect. And here we have reached a dashboard. Now on the right hand side there's a tab create workflow. Let's click on this. And a dialog box has appeared which is asking us to name this workflow. Now what is my objective here? So every time a task is completed in Outscraper, that is a data extraction software, then automatically a task should be created in Asana. So now here I'm going to name it as create Asana task on completion of Outscraper task. Let's click on create. As we do that, here we have reached another window which has got two extremely important events. One here is trigger, another one is action. Now triggers and actions are basically those two principles or concepts on which this entire automation works. Trigger this when this happens. Action says do this. Basically action here is the response of your trigger application. Now as per this integration, my trigger application here will be Outscraper. Let's click on this. And the trigger event. So this is the event that is going to make this workflow run. And here it would be on task completed. Let's click on this. Now here you can see we have received a webhook URL which is going to act as a bridge for connecting Outscraper and Pabbly Connect. I'm going to copy this. Once done, here you have to read the help text. Please read this carefully. Let me show you exactly what you have to do. So I already have logged into my Outscraper account. This is the account. Here we have to go to integrations. Now this is a previous webhook. First I'm going to delete this. Once done, here I'm going to paste the webhook that we have just received, and now I'm going to save this. So once this is done, here it is saying create a task as per requirement, then save it. Wait for a few minutes to complete the task. So I'm going to take you back to Outscraper. Now here you can see we have got so many options. Let's go to email related. Emails and contact scraper. So there are times when some website landing pages do not have emails and contact details. For that I'm going to use email and contact scraper. What we have to do is, so here you have to paste the domain or URL of the website for which you want to scrape the emails and contacts. So I'm going to do the same. So let's say this here is the website. So I'm going to quickly copy the address here. Okay, once done, let's go back to emails and contact scraper, and here I'm going to paste the same. So once this is done, let's click on other parameters. You can see the result extension, the file has been selected. So now I'm going to click on get data. So here the process is happening and the rough estimate that it is showing is finish in 10 to 20 minutes. Very rough estimate of usage based on number of queries. So now I'm going to click on confirm. So now it is sending the task. So here we can see that the task has been sent. Now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect to see if we have received the response, and yes, here it is. So this here is the user ID, then we have the status which is success, then this here is the result location. So this is the link from which we can receive all the contacts and email addresses. Then here we have the usage quantity, what is the product name, emails and contact scraper, and this here is our API task and the ID. Now I'm going to show you this link what we have received. Let's copy this, and as I open this in a new tab, here is the file that has appeared right in front. So we can see that this here was the query, and then we have got different email addresses. So we have got the owner details, we have got the president details, then we have the phone numbers, then we have the Facebook ID, Here we have the Instagram ID, then we have the LinkedIn ID. So we have received all the details here. And once we have received this, now what is my objective? I want to create a task in Asana. So I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect. And now I'm going to choose my action application as Asana. Let's click on this. And here the event would be to create a task. Let's click on connect. I have already logged into my Asana account, and here Pabbly Connect is asking to connect itself with Asana. For this, let's select add new connection and connect with Asana. As I do that, here you can see that the authorization has been successful. So once this is done, which means that Asana and Pabbly Connect are now totally connected, here we are going to enter the information. First of all, the workspace, and then project ID, task name, notes, etc. Now to understand this, first I'm going to take you to my Asana account. So here you can see that I have got different workspaces. So right now here I'm working on pabblytudes.com, this particular workspace. Then here we have got different projects. So here I'm going to first enter the workspace which has already been captured by the system. Now let's say that I want to work on Pabbly task. This is the project ID. Then we have the task name. So here I'm going to name it as retrieve, and then I'm going to add this name, emails and contacts. Retrieve emails and contacts. Now this method with which I have added the information here is known as mapping. Mapping means that I already have this information in the previous step and I'm just going to retrieve it here. So how does it help? So every time the workflow runs, let's say that I had written this manually, then in that case it would never have taken the new data. It would have stuck with the manually written data. To avoid that, we map the information. Now once this is done, then here we have to enter the notes. So I'm just going to write retrieve emails and contacts from the given Outscraper link. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to map the link. Let's go to step 1 once again. This here is the link. Okay, now due at or due on. So here we have to enter the date. For this, I'm going to add an action step where I'm going to modify the current date. Let's say that I want this task to be completed by tomorrow or day after tomorrow, which means 2 days after the current date or 1 day after the current date. So for this, I'm going to use a feature by Pabbly, which is date time formatter. And within this, there is an event, modify current date. Let's click on connect. Now here, first of all, we have to take the date format. So here it is mentioned that you can enter the date either in this particular format or in this particular format. We do not have to fill in both the fields. So I'm going to go ahead with this, which is year, month and date. So here you can see it is year, month and date. What is the time zone? It is Asia, Kolkata. Then what do you want? I want to add the number of days. So here it is add. What do you want to add? Number of days. Now let's say that you wanted to add certain hours or minutes. You could have chosen that. Then we have the value. So let's say that I want this particular job to be finished by the next day. So I'm going to add 1 day to this. And now I'm going to click on save and send test request. So today is 16th of June. So here we can see we have received the modified current date, which is 17th of June. Now I'm going to go down, make this connection once again by saving the existing connection. And once this is done, I'm going to take you down. Here I'm going to map the information, go to step 2, and here is the due on date. Next is the assignee. So here I have to choose an assignee. Let's say it is demo new. So here either from the drop down you can enter the name of the follower or you can also enter the ID of the follower. So let's say it is demo user at pabblytudes.com. Now here the tag. So here I'm just entering new tag. You can create a tag and then you can map it here. Let's click on save and send test request. As I do that, here we have received the response, according to which now a task must be created in Asana. Let's go back to Asana. Here I'm going to go to Pabbly task and you can see retrieve emails and contacts. So this particular task has been created. Assignee is demo new. What is the due date? It is tomorrow. Project that it is assigned to, Pabbly tasks. Then what is the tag? New tag. This here is the description along with the link. So this means that our integration is a success, but we also need to check the same in real time. So now I'm going to take you back to email contacts and Scraper, and here I'm going to add another domain. And here this time, let's say this here is the website heatinggold.com. So I'm going to copy this and here I'm going to paste the same. And now the moment this is done, and let's click on get data. So let's confirm the process, and here we can see that the task has been sent. Then automatically what should happen? A task should be created in Asana. Let's go and check the same. So here we are back to Pabbly tasks. I'm going to quickly refresh this page. And here you can see another task has been created. So this means that our integration is a complete success. Now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect to understand what we have done. So here our trigger application was Outscraper, where the event was on task completed. Then we had chosen a feature by Pabbly which was datetime formatter, where we had the event as modify current date. And finally our action application was Asana, where we had to create a task. I hope this is absolutely clear to you. If in case you have any doubt, you can refer to the workflow which is given in the video description. You can also clone the same and start to process immediately. Apart from this, if you have any specific integration to work on, you can always write to us.
Not only this, but you can integrate multiple applications using Pabbly Connect software. To ask any of your query, you have to write at forum.pabbly.com. You can also visit our website, which is www.pabbly.com/connect. To get all the details about the latest updates, the integrations and applications, you can visit our Facebook group. If in case you have found this video helpful, then do not forget to share this with your friends and colleagues so that they can also get into automation and make their life easy. I'm going to see you very soon with different integrations and automations. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Take care of yourself.